Everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Wednesday afternoon. What is going on? The charts don't look great. Looking rather bearish today. So I just cannot wait until the bear market's over. Can you? I can't. So today we're going to talk about risk. Is Dogecoin worth the risk? Get some comments on some of my other videos. And there are people expecting further dips in Doge, and some just think Doge will never recover. Of course, I don't think that, and I know some of you don't either. So we're going to cover that, and we got a few other stories going on in the world of cryptocurrency that we will cover and see what you guys are talking about. I know Mars is in the chat. Welcome. To be bullish in the bear market, TCA and hold. Yeah, I was feeling rather, I don't know, kind of a lull day. So this afternoon I went and I did a workout. Get the blood flowing, right? I needed to do that to have some energy for this live stream. And hey, for those that are here, welcome. Please hit the like as well. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. For those of you who are watching this on the video replay, you weren't here for the live, so you can't ask questions live. You can always leave a comment below. Always appreciate that. But hey, let's get into it. Doge 5835, under 6 cents, could not recover after the little run we made on Monday because of the false Bitcoin spot ETF thing that Cointelegraph did. Still trying to uncover what all that was about. There's not a real story there yet. So we're waiting. Of course, we covered this on Monday night and got into some of the detail of some of the trades that look like were going on, that looked like they were a little fishy. Somebody with some inside knowledge or manipulation. Another reason Elizabeth Warren doesn't like crypto, right? Yeah, we'll talk about her in a little bit too as well. So we got the Doge 1 mission. Mars says it's November 30th now. I've got this thing, which still says November 5th, but spacetv.net is not an official site, and they have continually changed this date here for a year. So we have that. We got another Binance article that's talking about November 16th or 15th or something. And then Mars says November 30th. Where do you get your information? Because I'm waiting for Elon. And until Elon actually posts on X Twitter that there's a date for Doge 1, that's when I would believe it. But anyway, I had this ready just in case someone asked, and you asked right off the bat there, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know yet. I hope it happens. I think it would be awesome, but without any preparation, warning going on about it, I'm just like, I don't know. Ben Sir, how are you? Spent the last of my dip money. Yeah, I'm pretty much all loaded up too. So that means I'm ready for it to take off. If it dips anymore, I may be able to scrape a few here and there, but not a lot, because I am all in now. So we're just waiting. We're just biding our time. I just hope the bull market doesn't project on too long, which leaves crypto in a state where it could continue to kind of move down. Now I've got the daily here, and the daily doesn't look too bad. But if I zoom into the 15-minute chart, it doesn't look great. Just kind of tailing off all day, just not looking great. So that's a tough one. That's a tough one there. But that's kind of what's happening. Bitcoin is at 28,200, just kind of going sideways, biding its time, not really moving. the one that is moving, Render. Render. Now, we do have Render in our CRISPAX DCA portfolio, which is good. And of course, is our highest gainer, up 32% on Render in our portfolio, which is cool. At least we got two in the green. We've got Bitcoin up 4.8%, and we've got Render up 32%. And everything else in our portfolio, which we've only been buying for the past couple of months, but we're down on everything else. So profit and loss, that's pretty tough. So looking at this, is this a risk to have $10,000 sitting here in this portfolio? Are we going to go down anymore? I don't know. It just, to me, with all of this Bitcoin spot ETF stuff floating around, just think it's just going to wait it out. Just going to wait it out with the risk that we could see everything go a little lower. We've got geopolitical uncertainty known as wars going on, and we have recession, CDM, 55 people laid off, recession. Things are not looking great, and they haven't been. The economy is not great. High interest rates, high inflation. It's tough. We're going to see the whole commercial real estate market kind of really get a lot worse before it gets better. So not all great stuff. And I hate talking about all this negativity. So we'll talk about Render. How about that? Render's up. We'll talk about that. I do not know what Meta's DAO is. Vitalik Buterin's mom is on the team. A layer 2. Sorry, DOA, never heard of it. Has the bull run already started? No, I wouldn't say that. Yes, it is up from a year ago because we had the FTX crash, right? That FTX crash caused Bitcoin to drop to like 15,700, and Bitcoin is now at 28,000. But I wouldn't call this a bull run. I think the whole crypto economy is still rather bearish, but not bear market, total bear market, just rather bearish. And that's just because of all these other things going on. Yes, it's good. Bitcoin is up 80%, from a year ago. That's very good. But how many of you bought Bitcoin at 15,700 on that dip? Things were looking really bad in crypto when FTX crashed. There may have been some people that scooped some up then. Good for you. But yeah, that's tough. Most other cryptos, if you bought them then or shortly after, you're breaking even or down. Even Dogecoin was down. We look at Dogecoin and let's look at the daily and let's zoom back and see what that looked like back in November. See, Dogecoin had just gone on this run when Elon bought Twitter. So when FTX collapsed, of course, Doge collapsed back down, but it had been lower before, so it wasn't bad. But Bitcoin had that crash. So Bitcoin had been trading at about 20,000 right there. And then zip back down 15,700, I think was the low, but that was just for an instant, maybe 15.8 for the day. And then at the beginning of this year, Bitcoin traded up and is doing well. But that's not a bull run. I don't think just Bitcoin trading up. I think particularly when you've got everything else like ETH. I mean, ETH is up from where it was at that absolute low. That's November 10th, 2022, when ETH dropped down to below 1,200. Now trading at 1,500. It's up a little bit, but again, that's not bull market stuff yet. So we just kind of have to wait it out. Just waiting it out. So hold on. Hold on. Hey, Hiram, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So, yeah. So let's get into it. Dogecoin, we're talking risk here, right? And the risk is buying Dogecoin at whatever you did. What was your purpose for buying Dogecoin? Why did you buy Dogecoin? Were you expect to make a lot of money? Did you want to just have it in a wallet so you could spend it, use it? I think most people were thinking that the price would be a lot higher than it is today. So we're looking at the possibility of further dips. So does the reward outweigh the risks? There are some who think Dogecoin will go lower. There are some who think Dogecoin will never go on a bull run. I don't believe in that. I think that the whole crypto market is going to be going on a bull run starting next year. So we just have to wait it out through the rest of this year and hope it just doesn't drop much lower. And that's the best we can do. Right now, there's just not a lot of buying pressure out there. So, yeah. So Investors Observer Analysis gives Dogecoin an average risk assessment. It's right here in the middle. So right now, their score is basically saying, look, they don't see a big dip coming soon, but they don't see a big bull market coming soon. So they think it's an average risk in buying Dogecoin right now. I kind of think the reward outweighs the risk at this price. And this is the price where I bought a bunch of Dogecoin last, thinking that more Dogecoin is going to look good at 5.8 cents, buying it now, because a few months from now, there's going to be a lot of people wishing they bought Dogecoin at 5.8 cents. My opinion, not financial advice, just what I see. So, Doge's price movement over the past day of trading leads to an average risk ranking, as its recent price movement relative to trading volume gives traders reason to be not overly concerned on the coin's manipulability as of now. So that's what it says for Doge. We do, however, have 59% of Doge holders are now in a loss at 5.8 cent Dogecoin. 59% at a loss. And that comes from this into the block chart here. What they do is they show for all the cryptocurrencies the percent that are in the money and the percent that are out of the money. Like Bitcoin's right here, 70% of Bitcoin holders are in the green, 27% are in the red, and there's about 2% or so that are just within like 0.5%. So they just call that even. 70% on Bitcoin. Ethereum is like close to 50-50 for Ethereum. And here's Doge. So Doge is now 39 out, or 39 in and 58.8. So they rounded up to 59. 58.8% out. Now, it was just this article that I remembered back in January, because I remember talking about this article in January, that at that time, 59% of Doge holders were profitable back in January. And that was when Dogecoin's price was 7.99 cents. So 7.99. Yeah. And now it's flipped. From that, 59% was in the profit here, and now 59% are at a loss. But it's interesting when you look at these numbers. I mean, look at Cardano. 92% of holders are in a loss on Cardano. Look at Polygon, 94% at a loss. So if you hold any of those, chances are you're in the red. On Cardano, I'm actually in the green. because I sold my Solana tokens, took a slight profit on that, and poured it into Cardano at 24 cents. So I'm a little bit in the green on Cardano, but I'm a new holder. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, as far as those that are in the green, Bitcoin at 70% is like one of the largest percentage-wise that's in the green. This Leo thing, which is pretty much like a stable coin, is 70%. OKB is pretty much a stable coin, 98%. I don't know how that works. OKB, guess it isn't a stable coin. $45 price. Oh, good for them. Must be an exchange token. But all these others are red. Crypto.com, 94%. Look at Quant, 87%. Aave, 78%. The Graph, 87%. So all of these are so much in the red. Not many in the positive in the green right now. This, to me, screams we're at the bottom of the market. And we're just going to wait for this thing to turn around. So that's what I'm looking at. I think the reward outweighs the risk. But again, that's just my opinion. Dogecoin outshines Bitcoin, ADA, and ETH in this important metric. What metric is that? It's a jump in daily active addresses. So what we're seeing is that compared to Bitcoin, Cardano, and Ethereum, more Dogecoin is being bought into new addresses. That means new users or other users that are creating multiple wallets, but new wallets are being created holding Dogecoin. More of that than Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Cardano, which is good. That's getting more new users buying Dogecoin. I think there's a lot of anticipation for SpaceX Doge 1 mission, for X Twitter, payments on the app, Tesla, whatever else is going to come. There's a lot of anticipation there. And we're going to continue to talk about that through the rest of this bearish market to the end of the year, most likely. We'll see if something comes in like this Doge 1 mission. And maybe I'll sort of summarize everything we know about Doge 1 mission, like maybe in a video tomorrow. I might put that together to just talk about that. So, because that could be huge for Doge here at the end of 2023, because I don't know if there's going to be this Bitcoin spot ETF approval. I think as we'll see from a Gary Gensler quote here that I'm going to show in a minute, that it's just going to, he's just going to delay it out as far as he can. So, yeah, Ryan. So I don't know about Doge 1 in November yet. Until Elon says it, I don't know. Hey, Jason, everyone hit the like button. Appreciate the support. Thanks, everyone. If we want Doge to be used as currency, should it be stable? Well, that's the thing about cryptos, right? The price can fluctuate based on demand. Dogecoin probably has the best chance, without being a true stable coin, of being stable with its inflation that it has. But it has to get up to a price where everybody kind of agrees that's a good price for Doge. And maybe it's $1, or maybe it's $2, or some other number. When that level is going to be acceptable. Of course, there are going to be people who can buy it at $1 and hope it goes to $2 or $3, and they're going to want to make money on it. But for those that really want to use it as currency, yeah, I think that would be good if it was more stable, but not at 5.8 cents. No. There'll be much more demand than that. So that's what's going on with Doge. Yep, it's been a long time since a tweet from Elon. But he does still have XD, yep, in his location. He does still have that. So again, I call that a little wink and a nod to the Dogecoin family, that I haven't forgotten about you, but right now he's kind of working on like free speech, in the world, kind of a big thing going on. Plus his other things. Tesla has its earnings report going on right now. So that's kind of important. And of course, his other SpaceX activities outside of Doge 1. So we're waiting for the Doge 1 tweet. That would be the big one, would be the Doge 1 mission. When he tweets that, look out. That's why I'm not swing trading Dogecoin. No. I do not want to be on the sidelines with a big chunk of my Dogecoin in the middle of a swing trade. And then he tweets Doge 1 mission. No. I'm not going to be doing that. So, yeah, Elon's lawsuit. I don't think Elon cares about lawsuits. Elon's going to do what Elon's going to do. So, I mean, his lawyers are trying to get that whole thing just thrown out. And I don't know where that stands right now in the legal process. Yeah, Elon definitely not done with Doge. Absolutely. And I mean, that's why we're here now still talking about Doge when Doge's price is down here. So I would certainly like to see it first get back up over 6 cents. I'll breathe a little easier then, because we've been watching this Changelly blog, right? I keep showing this, and I mean, they're looking at this bigger dip here down to 5.5 cents and possibly even lower come end of October and into November. And that's not good. They're looking at economic and geopolitical data that's basically telling them there's trouble ahead in the economy worldwide, and that cryptos are going to go lower before they go higher. And that's what Changelly's looking at. And so we'll see if that changes. I keep an eye on this thing, and it's not changing direction yet. So that's not what you guys want to hear, I know, but just putting it out there. This is what others are saying. So Curtis thinks 5.4. Yep. Yeah, Changelly thinks that'll hit probably around October 30th at 5.4 and may drop lower to 5.1, possibly even dip down to 5 cents. So that's their little graph here. But again, there are other things that can cause this to turn around. Good news in the overall crypto market. Bitcoin spot ETF thing, we saw what happened on Monday, even though that was a false post. Yeah. You're going to swing with a small bag, Ryan? Okay, just be careful. That's all I say, because I've done it before. Been swing trading and then got caught out in the middle of a swing trade, and I did it with Doge. I did it with ETH. It happens. But small bag, yeah. I wouldn't do it with all your Doge. Absolutely not. All right, what else is going on? Just in the mode of like this Cointelegraph post, right, that happened, which moved the market. We got this thing. Roblox rejects XRP integration rumors fueled by social media. So somebody thought that XRP was going to get integrated into Roblox. Now, were they just creating this false story to get XRP to pump? I don't know. I mean, XRP didn't really pump. So I guess there was a little bit of a movement on it earlier today, and it just came right back down. That's not much. So, I mean, this is just, if I zoom out, this is just not much movement at all. So, and of course, Roblox says, no, that's not true. But it's just funny. You can't believe what you read, right? Especially on X Twitter. You can't believe it. So, yeah, Roblox is still a thing. It's still a thing. There's so many Minecraft players and Roblox players still that people like it. I don't know. Looks pretty simplistic to me, but some people like that in a game. So, and there's a bunch of people that have been playing it who have been collecting a lot of stuff. And they just keep playing. So that's still a thing. Over 100 Binance accounts were closed by Israeli authorities over suspicion of facilitating funding to Hamas. So this is interesting. We talked about this the other day, that if this is crypto that actually is being donated to or owned by this terrorist organization, why are they holding their coins on Binance? Which leads to, of course, Senator Warren. I live in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts here in the United States, and she is my senator. I did not vote for her, particularly because she's so anti-crypto. But she's the Democratic, senator, one of the two in Massachusetts. They're always going to vote a Democrat, and she's been in there for so long. Ugh. Anyway, she has gotten a bunch of senators and members of the House to co-sign this letter about the role of cryptocurrency in financing terrorism. The deadly attack by Hamas on Israeli citizens comes as the group has become one of the most sophisticated crypto users in the terror finance domain, says this letter. And I'm like, if they're one of the most sophisticated crypto users, why are they holding all their crypto on Binance and not in their own wallets? If they were sophisticated, they would have moved all that crypto into their wallets so it couldn't get shut down. I just thought that was funny, and I just had to share that because it's like, come on. So there's that. And then what's happening with Bitcoin spot ETFs, because we saw what could happen, a little taste of it on Monday. Well, Gary Gensler had a little sit-down interview with Bloomberg TV, and he said, no, I'm not going to prejudge. The staff is doing work on those multiple filings. Gensler declined to comment when asked about the next steps in the regulator's ongoing case against Grayscale. He also wouldn't say if the SEC would potentially approve a single fund or wait to approve everything in a group, should such an approval come. So he's not saying anything. The SEC last month instituted additional proceedings to determine whether proposed spot Bitcoin ETFs from big name asset managers, including BlackRock, Invesco, Valkyrie, Fidelity, should be approved or disapproved. Basically, he's delaying. All he's been doing is delaying. In apparent additional delays that will add at least another month to the review process that's underway, which we think is going to then continue. And so we have Gary Gensler saying, what we have in front of us, just so that the viewing public understands, we have not one, but multiple, I think it's 8 or 10 filings that the staff and ultimately the commission is considering. When an asset manager is seeking to take something public, these exchange-traded products need to register with the SEC, and they go through a filing somewhat similar to going public like an IPO. And so it's really the work of our division of corporation finance that gives feedback. Our division of trading and markets, of course, looks at the filings. This is a time-tested process that goes back decades. The staff of the SEC, it's called the Disclosure Review Team, but in that group, they respond and give feedback to potential issuers. So that's Gary. And we did hear Fidelity has revised their Bitcoin spot ETF based on feedback from the SEC. We don't know the details of that. They probably can't say publicly, but they did revise their filing. So that's better than being declined. And most that know what's going on with these ETFs do not believe that the Bitcoin spot ETFs are going to be disapproved. They're going to be approved. It's a matter of when, not if. And the first one that's going to reach its final deadline outside of the grayscale one, which is a conversion, but the first one that's going to meet its final deadline is Cathie Wood's ARK Invest, and that's January 10th, 2024. And that's why I made that video a couple weeks ago of when I thought the bull run will begin. January 10th. Yes, Curtis, exactly. January 10th. That's what we're waiting for. January 10th, 2024. And so what we got to do is we just got to get there. We're only October. It's less than 3 months. I think George the other day said 85 days, right? We just have to get there. 85 days. And poor George, if you guys don't know, Cryptos R Us, his YouTube channel got shut down by YouTube, saying violated some terms of service or something. I'm just like, poor George, because I've had that happen to me. And you don't know what the reason is. They don't tell you exactly. But I hope George's appeal gets heard quickly and he's back on, because a lot of people love George for his content. He's very optimistic about Bitcoin, of course. But who knows what it could be and why he got his YouTube channel suspended. It actually says it's shut down. But George did post on X Twitter that this happened and trying to get people to help support him. So we'll see how that happens. But if you guys are looking for a George Cryptos R Us live stream tonight, it may not be there, as he's still trying to get his channel back. So hopefully he gets that worked out soon. But he is like one of the most positive Bitcoin guys I know. And he's been talking about this Bitcoin spot ETF stuff for some time. And through a lot of what he said and other readings I got me to believe that this January 10th, 2024 date is when the bull market begins. So if you guys haven't seen that video on my channel, check it out. I think I've got it. Yeah, right there. Right there. 12 days ago. The date when the crypto bull market starts. Right there. That's the video. So that's when I go through all the possible dates and where I believe this is going to begin. So check out that video on my channel there. Date when the next crypto bull market starts. Also, if you're interested in joining the channel, please do. If you join, not only do you get to use these cool custom emojis here. Jason has already put a few of them in the chat earlier. You've got some of these. And by being a member of the channel, you are then eligible to be paid in Dogecoin from the profits from this portfolio here. This is the Kriss Pax DCA portfolio. When we sell this, I'm giving half the profits to you guys, but you have to be a member of the channel. And I'm paying it in Dogecoin. I'm using Dogecoin as a currency, paying it out. So half of that profit in that Dogecoin, I'm not actually selling the Dogecoin. I'm not selling the Dogecoin, right? That would be bad, right? Instead, I'm transferring the Dogecoin that represents the profit, transferring that Dogecoin to you guys. And then you decide what you want to do with that Doge. That's what we're doing. Nobody else doing that, but Kriss is. Because I do believe at this price, we're going to be in for some good profits in the bull run. And we just got to wait. Those that are a member of my channel the longest will receive a higher percentage of the profits. So if those are just getting in at the last minute and joining at the end, they'll get a little profit. But those that are members now are going to get a lot bigger profit. That's how I'm doing it. Can't wait. Unfortunately, 5.84 cents. We got to live through this bearish market here. And that's where we are. Channel says, I need a 10x. That would be 58-cent Dogecoin. 58-cent Dogecoin would be very nice. It's going to be interesting to see when Dogecoin does eventually start mooning, where those sell points are going to be. Where's the pressure going to be for selling of Doge? I think the first sell is going to be about 35 cents, in my opinion. The big one. There'll be some shorter ones, like 12 cents, 15 cents, somewhere in there. But we'll see. We'll be talking about that when we get there. We'll be talking about that a lot. And maybe skimming a few profits here and there at points where it will do the least damage, we think, to the price of Doge. But we'll get there. Lastly, we have this article. How much will spot Bitcoin ETF approval add to the crypto market cap? So now all these articles are coming out now that we had this little fake out on Monday about approval of a Bitcoin spot ETF. When it actually happens, what's that going to do to the market? And we have CryptoQuant here. CryptoQuant says that there will be close to a $1 trillion profit. In other words, the whole market is going to move by $1 trillion when that happens. Where is the market now? Well, the market is right now at 1 trillion. So CryptoQuant is basically saying the whole market is going to double. So Bitcoin would go from 28K to 56K. Ethereum would go from 1,500 to 3,000. XRP will be close to $1. And Dogecoin, 11.5 cents. Do you guys think that Dogecoin would only be 11.5 cents? I think Dogecoin will respond at a greater percentage than Bitcoin. As I've shown before, this is the relationship between Dogecoin and Bitcoin. And it's kind of been barcoding here for a day and a half, right here at about 206. If we zoom out to the 4-hour chart, we can see, yeah, it's not been a great few days for the relationship between Bitcoin and Doge. Bitcoin has traded relatively flat while Doge has dipped. But as we've seen before, we go out to the daily, whenever this gets down here, it eventually moves back up. And now we're down at the same level that we were back in June of that relationship between Doge and Bitcoin. We would expect that Doge will have a little run. Maybe that's excitement about SpaceX, right? Which is Doge specific, outside of the Bitcoin spot ETF stuff, which is what the big thing that Bitcoin's waiting for. But Doge, if there's some sniffing going around about this Doge 1 mission, we're going to see the Doge price start to go up, and its relationship with Bitcoin is going to start going back up as well. Now we zoom out even further, and we know that Doge has been much higher in its relationship with Bitcoin back in the end of 2022, in like December, it was up at 60, and now it's at 20. So since that time, just about at the end of 2022, the relationship between Doge and Bitcoin is broken down by 3 times. So that's pretty tough. But that means it can come back. This was the big pump when Elon bought Twitter, was that big pump. But because Dogecoin isn't actually being used as payments on Twitter yet, ex-Twitter, call it, Dogecoin has kind of died off in its relationship, its partnership with Bitcoin. But it could come back. And so I think what we would see is this move up, and this, I've had this on here for quite a while, that come November timeframe, we're going to see this upward movement in this Doge Bitcoin pair. If Bitcoin goes to 56K, Dogecoin is not going to be at 11 or 12 cents. It's going to be much higher. It's going to move higher, I think. So we will be watching that as well. That's just one of those things that we could see with, hey, there's the dancing dog. We could see that with the price of Doge. Right now, though, we're just stuck again down here, 5.84 cents, going sideways. Yeah, I know, Zippy. Doge won according to Binance. But that won't be until, for me to believe it, that's going to be Elon posting on X Twitter. That's what I'm waiting for, is Elon posting on X Twitter. That's what's going to confirm it for me. I'll summarize this in a video tomorrow, Zippy. I'm going to go through and I'm going to go to all the instances, all the different reference points for Doge 1 mission. What proof there is that this is going to be November 16th. Mars was thinking it was November 30th. I'm going to find all these things and I'm going to try and figure this out. And we'll also post on X Twitter and try and get Elon to respond and say something, but he's been quiet on it. So we're all just guessing right now. We're all guessing. So until then, we just got to hold on. Hold on. Again, I'd like to see Doge trading back up here, 6.1, 6.2 right now. I'll feel a lot better, breathe a little easier. We had been watching these 4 dips that Dogecoin had below 6 cents, where all that buying pressure brought Dogecoin back up, and had warned that eventually that buying pressure was going to disappear. There was going to be a dip below 6 cents and it wasn't going to recover. And we did finally have that on the 9th of October. That's what that red candle is right there. It dipped below, was not able to recover back above 6 cents. So that did actually happen. And now we're in, that 5.8, 5.9 territory. And I know there's a lot of buying pressure at 5.5 cents and lower. Some people posting they've got limit orders set at 4 cents and 3 cents and 2 cents. But come on, who thinks that Dogecoin is going to drop to 2 cents? I know there are some that do. To me, that would be like a complete drop in the whole crypto market, just dropping. Some other big black swan event that just crushes crypto. We're talking Bitcoin down to back down to 15K, even lower. So that's not to say that can happen. So be careful out there. Hey, Lee, congratulations. 1 million Doge. 1 million Doge. If not next year, 2025, there's some big things coming ahead for Doge. Between SpaceX X Twitter, and Tesla. It can be awesome. You can just sense my excitement. But it's hard to be really excited when we're looking at 5.84 cents for the price of Dogecoin right now. It's really hard. A lot of anticipation of all of these things, but so we just got to wait and be patient. And I know it's hard. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I was feeling a little, not really depressed, but just kind of in a lull. And I knew I was going to be doing this stream. And I just said, I gotta get out. And so I went, I did a workout, got the blood flowing, and I feel much better. So I just needed that little energy because I'm not getting it from the charts right now. So Jason says, Elon's going to enable Doge on X for payment method. All the other crypto is going to be left behind, especially those XRP people who think that it's going to be XRP, that it's being used as payment on Doge. Elon's never talked about XRP. Just because it begins with the letter X, that doesn't mean that Elon's going to use it on X Twitter. I think that's kind of funny. Oh, well. Okay, guys, that's where we are. Look, I'm going to put a video together tomorrow, and I'm going to look at all these references about Doge 1, try and figure out what's going on, and we'll see if we can figure it out. And then I'll be live again late Friday night, 10 o'clock Eastern time, United States time is when I'll be live again. So I hope you can join. Please hit the like on the way out. Certainly appreciate that. Leave a comment on the video if you want to as well. Always appreciate that. And look, it could be worse, but we would hope that it was better. And that's what we got for today. So hope to see you all Friday night. Until then, take care. See you soon.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.